Carl's asleep. Just give me a second. I actually want to get the atmospherics in here. You. Right. There we go. Spooky. Spookiest thing so far, mad so to speak. Right, I've had barely any contact with this game. A little bit about it. Obviously, I know a lot about Cthulhu because old school on this one. Edward Pierce, a veteran of the First World War, drowned in his memories, is now a private detective who has trouble solving a case in Paw. Pierce must find his new case quickly or risk losing his license. That's what playing a detective, are we? Sure, you used to play archaeologist when I played Tabletop. Study of ancient languages is useful. Oh, it's in the final. Idiot, man. Because I know it likes to adjust my sound effects on this. For instance, that should be maxed. So whenever I move from going from one room to the other, I think it's whenever I actually turn off my recording software, it completely loses all my settings. Ooh, go fish. Will that be the next game we play? Let's do Inception. Inscription, whatever it's called. That'd be up my alley. Pretty good at strategies, card games. Kind of creepy. Creepy fits my vibe. Oh, I can hear it. I don't know where it wants me to go, so I'm going to go. Okay, this is one. Pretty soon, yeah. Objects. It's open. I guess I need to bring a light. See, that doesn't speak to me Cthulhu. That speaks to me Dagon. This. Well, cutters. It's useful. Hey. Can't use it twice. Inventory system. Take a look at our inventory. Don't press that one. Don't press that one. It's doing nothing. I don't want to investigate everything.
What a putrid offering.
It's an orca. That white patch is not his eyes. His eyes is actually there. A little bit. Go fish.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Cool. The chosen one. Sneaking up on me, right?
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Fishman. Oh, Squidman. Okay. Oh. That's saying Dagon to me already. Dagon can still invade your dreams, so.
I wonder why I still take these things.
It's well that they would put an end to the man. Well, no. You do after a while. Oh, bugs. Okay, every action we take affects the game. Good to know.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Interesting. Doctor can well repeat me that I no longer need remedy. Keep my memories at bay. And I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, pick up. Despite the treatment, I can hear voices in my dreams. No. Surface from the what nameless creature. Oh.
Natural sciences.
You have to let me know if you guys actually like the deeper mystery voice when I'm reading that.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Archaeology.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me. Yeah, close this case. When you're already outside the law, against the private detective, proof against you. It's a good old story about males. Oh. Investigation points.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend.
The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me week after week. Investigation has been. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. Lesbian. I understand that. Sometimes, mate, it's not about what you do. Well, sometimes it is. Sometimes women, people get in relationships thinking that this is the way they should go. Like a man gets one, a woman gets one. Turns out, no, they're homosexual. They're just doing it because they've been told to do it. Yeah, been too long since I slept on a bed. I sleep in a beanbag, mate.
Lost battalion.
I've got to follow that.
Your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
Well, technically, I don't have a photo. Mother actually has all of mine. Got multiple photos like that.
I used to be an avid reader.
Oh. My library's bigger.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Ooh. I think that's everything.
I have business here to attend to.
Do you? I've looked at everything. Oh. I was kind of enjoying that, to be honest. Stop that.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
I might just be.
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Right, we're building our character, kind of. How would I build this? I would go for spot hidden. 7! Oh, fail points. Yeah, that sounds good.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
Hey.
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Wow. Takes me a good few strokes to get to that stage, but straight there.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter?
Oh.
Yes. Everyone knows her work.
You meant the
The
wife of
police
Stephen
accuse
Hawkins.
her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
My
I
phone.
can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
1 second, my friends.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting.
There you go.
Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
I think I leave my...
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Yeah, it's in.
Is that all you want from me?
Actually, lost my phone.
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
I don't know what's going on here. I think. Just give me a second. I need to get apps up. Silent. At least that way I have a chance. There we go. Loading with the black screen.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Some of it is unreadable. Make out the address, Warehouse 36, Darkwater. Police reports say that it was a fire started in the dining room, in the whole family. Police decided on a domestic accident. Evidence insisted on Sarah Hawkins' mental fate. Why? First cutting, article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, businessman from the island of Darkwater. They lived a reclusive life, there with their son, Simon. Go fish.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's
Yes.
right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
Good question.
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Okay. Like green.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think you're
That is go to
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her
I
husband.
mean, one of the islands in
I
Dredged.
suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The sender's label.
That's right.
And you think...
That is what... Go to
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct.
Let's see the name of.
And the rumors about her supposed folly.
See the
Which
name
you
of it.
don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death.
Actually, going to change his view
You'll
'cause
be
it
handsomely
looks slightly
compensated.
squished.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
I would just do it that exact second. You know what? Sorry.
Something's queer.
Alright, stand on this
Feels
view.
like I have a choice.
Better than me having to rearrange everything to square it.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
That's new.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Interesting. Interesting. Blackwater's island has been inhabited since the 14th century. Still rich with many memories by the lost tribes. Don't let them. It is such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how wild the gods were, or violent the gods were. Gigantic creatures still store long abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. Today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and whatever that word says, stories. A small island off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Don't need to. I think we could probably just drink. That sounds crazy. That sounds stupid, but. Oh, we're going to see Pete. I want to use it to keep improving our spot hidden. So, yeah, that kind of skill is usually quite useful. This took the Hawkins case, the cursed Ardis. Cursed Ardis is accused of having some cause. Killed her and her. The only clue she left her father disturbing. Ship's label and address, a warehouse set on the docks. The place seems to be at the starting point of the investigation. Oh, cool. You guys got more information out of this than I did because I missed that intro video. Sweet. It's time to load even on the PS5. Go. There we go. Focus Home Interactive. Me being too late for the pie.
We're almost there.
Oh, it's not quite the same, but it's almost like his hat. When I had my Popeye hat, only Game. Kind of reminds me of my actual Pete cat when I work. I like it.
Stay on board.
I ain't doing the hat stuff.
There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy.
Big
You know
fish.
what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
I'll use this to consult our diary. On the approach to dark water. Can I not find each individual one? On the approach to dark water, I saw thick clouds masking the skies. They were low. They seemed to intend on impaling themselves on a sharp reef circled the island. Fitzroy, the captain, only tube that manages to float to the mainland. But help me. He may have documents that belong to Charles Hawkins. Fitzroy advised me to visit the Pot's Bar. Mentions a little pick-me-up. I suppose I get safe to land at the same time. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of a killer whale. Could have a look. What the locals have to go. Captain Fitzroy has offered to share with me the house office. Yeah, I want to look at the fish as well.
Please move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
See how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only...
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Are we getting a CP? You know? Okay. Yeah. I didn't. pierced eventually. Oh, his nice stability. Okay. Highlighting something here. Ah, right. People. Oh, right, gotcha.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not seeing.
I guess if we had medical points, we could have maybe investigated. That's ominous.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
I'll shut up your big mouth once and for all.
Optimistic.
There's nothing for you here either. Beat it.
Are you stupid or what? Even your captain told you not to stick your noses round here again.
This isn't your home.
Secondary objective first. Yeah, make sure there's not. Having like 8 people that all look exactly the same.
Hey, be careful.
Fair enough.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
But we. If just
That'll
sucks.
be okay for now. But the war is over. And try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Fair enough.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy.
I can appreciate that as well.
The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
I'm
What can you
strange.
tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Fair enough again.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I like to enjoy a bit out.
Her vision, was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Okay, once again, fair
I've
enough.
got what I need.
Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the main end.
I've got what I need.
Anything?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all.
It was a sex dungeon.
There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more.
Huh?
Anything else?
Long talking section, isn't it? No
That'll be
drinks.
all for now.
Battery. Rubbish. Oh, hold on. Gold news. Welcome to inventory. Case.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
This is a pause. We had given up rule of the Scalia. What remained of it returned to Darkwater. On Tuesday. The locals immediately island. People were amazed at the sight. Catch. Brave vessel had. Oh.
The miraculous catch.
What did he say?
Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
It's important.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Necronomicon?
Do you like our song?
Yes.
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got. That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course. They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them. Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
No, many
Only
sea gently.
people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847. It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
The miraculous catch.
All hope soon to be lost
Apparently,
Skiller's crew.
The most
Yes,
significant
Skiller
event
whales.
of the last 80 years.
Alright. Alright, just go down. Hey. As I walk beyond the full-toothed whale, it's already being called the reckless catch. Comes the back out of where I handle it outside of the ship. Surviving sailors told a frightening but also of its meat. There is no doubt that the size of this whale will numerous inhabitants of Darkwater themselves begin an end to the family. Suffering. Mr. Marks is putting his friend June for fishing workshops or activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Especially
You have no right to treat us like this.
I have a funny feeling you're the one bringing the alcohol in. Investigate your feet. Yes.
What you looking at, stranger?
A feet, apparently.
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Fair enough. We're too persistent. Baker.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker and a debtor. Interesting.
Very interesting. Light mechanics on the lighthouse. Like it.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this.
Terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under. They're not afford to provoke us. No need to answer the decision. Make your payment. Cat. Woman's called Cat. This place makes Grimsby Docks look nice once. Everything can glow. Bonus. Sacrificing PG ethics. Ooh. I mean, I can now. Investigate more things. Guessing it has improved it somewhat, maybe? By 2%. everything.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
So the man who looked like Captain Fitzroy. He has a wooden leg.
What a macabre souvenir.
There's the wooden leg. Go to the same area? It goes behind it. So there's area to the back. Just off by. Shit.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifest.
Bye-bye.
They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins, but that's all I'll get from them.
In a few days, it's still legible. 1890, 1907. Actual date. And it's black.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island.
I am.
Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
What's
I'm
about the
looking
warehouse?
for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Hawkins. Yes.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one
Dad.
you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
Super detective.
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden
So,
leg
that's
is
everything,
here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Already seen it, my friend.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes.
But me too.
Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Massachusetts. That's East
Have you
Coast.
heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha, indeed, you're right.
Pretty sure it's East Coast. It is. Killer whales are more southern.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Yeah, I did. Interesting.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Will do, bud. Will do. I don't like you. You're cool. Quite put it back yet. It's almost in. Much further down now. Press a run button. I'm gonna push this guy. Push him. Push. 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 My natural instincts were kicking in.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
What could have done so much damage?
Don't put that beast back in the...
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Just to get the entire area. Just me. Every instinct to push. I shouldn't do it whilst the police are around.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers.
Oh, cool.
Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Oh.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Hey. So we'll come back to you later. Speaks to me as an escape route later.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh? We saw what you did to St. Brendan. Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords. You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match. For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable. There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only
What
they
do
would
we do
kill
with them?
each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got
Never.
nothing better to do anyway. There's not
Never too
much
early.
work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Everything.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Interesting.
Come on, you could tell me.
No,
Yeah.
if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded? Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat. It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
The house is unguarded. To know. Interesting guy to speak to.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's
Strength.
dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can
Silas.
be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he
Keeper.
a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
You're gonna let me in there. And that's this side now, open.
You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiot.
Be a back way in. I'm gonna get distracted at every side path. Gee, a car here. I didn't get to read that. It's a ladder.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
I know it's heavy loads to be the.
This ratchet device seems to be usable. It looks like there's a way in under this grate. I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Still more items. Explain why my connection is gone.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Still going up. Do hot colder? Does it flash more?
Oh. It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
There we go, got everything.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
A bit of grease would help.
Damn, I broke it.
Broken. Going for a different.
Well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf? Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight. What I've got to say won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner.
Yep.
I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not. Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Well, he's going to get stabbed. That's some veteran stats right there.
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm going to have to deal with her.
Is it trying to turn me left? Hello, you're new? What's who that?
Anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't there before.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told that flunky that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean, they're going to cut you open, you idiot.
Yeah,
Calm
even
down.
I got it that. This being Fitzroy.
You're back again.
Yep.
What can I do for you?
These bootleggers seem unwilling to let anyone approach the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
I mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel.
You get down already
I'll tell
from
you
the
if
tunnel.
it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island. But I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Trying to turn me left.
What? Another break? Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah, aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. Something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly.
No reason to lie.
But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Which sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me. And I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it.
You off the island for
I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Yeah.
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit, and nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots!
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah.
Right. You're letting us through. Speed this up, one. Speed this up.
We saw this guy poking around here.
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh, okay.
Get in here now, please. Good. So you're gonna open it? So I can't?
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
I respect her. Only to a degree.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Really bright.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages?
Fish.
It smells as bad as it looks. Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
Well, I back out. Exactly.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Hello?
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Open gap. Regular man. By the front. Makes sense, because I'll walk straight to the police then, won't I?
Someone has settled in here. And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Wound up? You mean messed up?
Dog. We don't take no lessons from the likes of you. We do our job carefully and fairly. No stone was left unturned.
Really? Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car is parked down the way.
We managed to skip quite ahead.
Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
I think we're supposed to ask more questions before.
God damn it. Her again.
So there's something shining on his hip.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion.
Cool.
Come on, we got some driving to do.
We've missed out on some details there somewhere. Just managed to get the place through abandoned. Some surprise. Signs of recent occupation as well. Partly charred paint. Interpreted. Booked it. Search by all. He's convinced him. These officers will. I never asked them to join. I asked them about the painting. He's got one gnarly scar. Hey, so serious. Watching us. Interesting.
Well, here we are, Hawkins mansion.
For a little bit longer.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we going to take a close look at this mansion?
I haven't spoken to him yet.
Other questions?
Loads of questions. I need to know everything.
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Questions.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude.
Bang.
But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go, right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go
Where's
with
Adam
you,
West?
if only to reassure Silas.
Cthulhu. Game. 2018? Oh. Sounds like Adam West.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
No, I want to go this way. Gamer's instincts kicking in. Ah, clue. You have a white or calf. Why that's
Someone is using the fireplace. I suppose that this is where old Winchester lives. Recently fallen. It's as if all light sturdy and well sharpened.
I get it from the side music.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
1693.
But the architecture seems too recent.
Looks like the Addams Family house. I'm over there, so I'm going this way. Let's actually take me to the mansion. Go to the mansion. Ooh, we do know what we get. Or with the Raven. My brother. Tell me, what has happened here? There's not much to say. Ah.
Poor kid. Poor kid.
Yeah.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Is the caretaker still around? Evidence here suggests he is.
It's surprising indeed. Let's try to keep our eyes open.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set...
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Good.
Someone must really hate Charles.
Say something else. He just keeps randomly trying to turn left. I don't know why. Strange. Let's head mansion now, I guess. Gamer instincts say investigate up here.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Very. Investigate this X though now. It's gone.
The axe is gone. I'd better be on my guard.
I can turn it on. Higher. Higher. Alright, let's go points. Nice. 3. Go. Yes. I can't just light it whenever I want. It's kind of annoying.
This entrance is still in use.
I didn't want to go to the entrance, but alright.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
And I gathered he had the
I'll
axe.
show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Stop bothering me.
I'm going to ask you another fucking question, mate. You know where the nearest bathrooms? I've not had a piss since I arrived on this island.
This gate is locked.
Yes, it is. Be true. This screams to me. Notice this about me when my playstyle. I'm very inquisitive. Going around the back. BP. Oh.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
So do I. What?
Bourbon. Empty, of course.
Saved. But I have a feeling that this is going to be the end of the game, standing here looking that way. Or even in the window, looking that way. Get down here. Yeah, I guess we're going in then.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right.
Let's go.
Upward. Center.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
So I owe a mobster a favour, helping the police, and I've got a hunt for. Oh, and I'm a detective for some guy. Every chapter I'm just getting a new job, aren't I? I think that is probably going to be a good spot to wrap it. It's like 5:30 in the morning. Well, it's 5 in the morning, actually, should I say. So I'm going to call it that.